Hello everyone and welcome to this International Archives Week webinar on what is the ICA New Professionals Programme. I'd like to begin with an acknowledgement of country. Today I'm joining from the traditional owners of the land is the Boonwurrung people of the Kulin Nations, and I pay my respect to their elders past and present. I am Nicola Laurent and I am the ICA's New Professionals Programme Coordinator. And joining me today is Forget, Makutla and Maria, and I'm going to invite them all to introduce themselves in turn. So Forget, maybe if we can start with you.
Thank you so much, Nicola. My name is Forget Katerera Zambuko. I'm from Zimbabwe, currently staying in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, where I'm working as an assistant professor in records management and archival science. I'm glad to be here and I can't wait to share my experiences with the new professional program. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Forget. It's great to have you. Makutla.
Thank you, Nicola. My name is Magutla Mujapelo, and I'm based at the University of South Africa in South Africa. I'm working as a lecturer in the Department of Information Science. So I'm also happy to be part of this session, and I'm more than happy to share my experience about the program.
Thank you. And Maria.
Thank you so much, Nicola. Hello to everybody. I'm very happy to be here today enjoying the session. So I'm Maria Papanikolaou. I'm originally coming from Greece, but currently I'm working as archivist and records manager at the European Molecular Biology Laboratory. And I was a new professional, I was a member of the new professional program in 2019-2020, along with Forget. So I'm looking forward for the session.
Thanks all. It's so great to be part of this session with you all. I was a former new professional myself from the 2016-17 cohort, so a little further ago than everyone else, which is why it's really great to have more recent voices. So I do encourage anyone joining us today, you can put your questions or comments in throughout as this webinar goes on, and we will come to them at the end of the session. But we're just going to cover the origins of the New Professionals Program, the call for applications, which is currently open and will be shutting soon. We're going to discuss how the alumni see the program, their experiences, and what we see the contribution of the program to the future of the profession before we conclude with those questions that we hope you'll put in the chat for us. So thanks for joining us today for this discussion. So to get us started, we're going to talk about the origins of the New Professionals Program, just to give us a little background to where it's come from. So the New Professionals Program actually started under a different name. It was called the Flying Reporters Initiative. So this was launched at the Congress in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia in 2008. And it really was designed to create a network of new professionals in the field of archives and records management. And it brought them to the Congress in person. And the last group of flying reporters happened at the Brisbane Congress in 2012. And it was considered a really great success at facilitating attendance by new professionals at some of these events. So from the success of the Flying Reporters Program, we saw the start of the New Professionals Program. So it was officially established in 2014. So we're into 8 years of the program as it currently stands, which is really exciting. And it was really designed to facilitate attendance at the ICA's annual conferences and the quadrennial congresses. So it comes from the ICA's Program Commission, which is often called PCOM, and it is referred to on some of the new professionals site. So I'll just let you know what that acronym means. And it's the Program Commission's long-term goal of encouraging and fostering the development of new members of the archival profession. And we're really appreciative of the support that PCOM gives the program, and they're involved in lots of different elements of it. So when it started in 2014, there were 3 applicants who received bursaries to attend the conference in Spain. 2015, it grew to 6. In 2016, the year I was part of it, when we went to the Congress in Seoul, it actually went up to 8. And then from then, we've realized that 6 is the best number of people to have in the program to make sure that everyone gets the most from the experience, and to ensure there's the best resourcing to support the cohort at any given time. And so we've been really lucky to continue this program throughout. COVID, obviously the ICA has been unable to have in-person conferences for the last couple of years. We are, though, very much looking forward to Rome this year and bringing that element back. And it will be Makutla's experience at the conference, because he hasn't been able to have that yet. But Forget and Maria, who are both part of the cohort, which went to the ICA's Adelaide conference in 2019. But the way that we've kind of changed the program a little bit, I guess, and learning from all the experiences we've had in the pandemic, is to really improve the virtual collaboration that we've had, and to give more experiences of presenting, much like this one, in webinars and online environments. So our cohort last year were able to present at the ICA's virtual conference, and we've also been able to bring the leadership of the ICA into meetings with the new professionals. So they're getting those one-on-one experiences, and getting to meet heads of the sections and branches and expert groups in ways that they wouldn't previously have been able to. So we've been able to really make the most of this experience and improve the mentoring side of the program. That's really expanded in the last few years. We're now having group meetings with the mentors and the mentees together, so that everyone can learn from each other, and we can all grow and develop together. So that was a pretty whistle-stop tour of what the New Professionals Program is. But really the key thing to remember is that it is designed to support the international new professional community in archives and record keeping. And it's really there to create and share resources, and help create a network that will support each other as a community. So that's what we're really about. So hopefully that enticed you a little bit. And hopefully it's enticed you to consider responding to the call for applications for 2022, which is currently open. So you can find all this on the website, and I believe we'll be sharing the links with you in the chat, so don't be worried, you'll be easily able to find it. So the New Professionals Program is intended for ICA members with less than 5 years of work experience, regardless of your age. You could be an archival science student, you could be a practitioner, you could be a qualified archivist, and it really just depends. The whole criteria is that you have not had that 5 years of work experience in the profession, because we are really here to support people entering the profession and making sure that they get that community support behind them to make the most of their careers. All of this is detailed on the website, so you can go back and double check. And if you have any questions about whether you're eligible, you can email us at newprofessionals@ica.org, and we'll be able to respond to any concerns that you have around who it's for. So the call is open, but it is going to close in just a few days. So June 10th is the closing date. But what does it cover? So it covers a few things. By responding to the program, you get the opportunity to develop your professional and personal connections. You get a mentor who will provide one-on-one professional advice throughout the year. You also get a conference, or a congress in this situation, buddy, who'll help you, guide you through your experience, because the bursary specifically will cover the registration fee for the Abu Dhabi Congress, which is to be held in October next year. It will also cover your cost of travel and your accommodation for your stay. So we hope that you get the opportunity to meet and connect with leaders in the profession and to develop and participate in a project that will foster and support new professionals around the globe. And also you'll get the experience of presenting and working with I think, always a really interesting group of people where you get to come together as a cohort. So I hope you've paid attention to the link and you'll be interested in applying. But I did want to ask my colleagues here how they found applying for the program and whether they had any suggestions on or advice for anyone listening here today that could help them with their experience of applying for the program.
Okay. What I would want to say is that go for it. It's an opportunity that you would never want to miss. And the application process is quite simple and straightforward. Like Nicola said, all you need to do is a member in good standing for ICA, and then you can just click on the link, follow the steps. It's not even a process that would take much of your time, but the benefits that come with being a member of the New Professionals Program are huge. They're very huge. So, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Forget. Yeah, I also want to add on what Forget have said. The application process is very simple, and you just have to be a member in good standing, a member of the International Council on Archives. Although sometimes when you are like you are an institutional member, like in institutional membership, sometimes it becomes difficult for you to confirm your membership, because before they process your application, the membership needs to be confirmed. But I think if you can exchange the emails with your representative within your organization, and get him to confirm with the administrators or the coordinators, so that they can be able to process your membership. But the application system is very simple, user friendly, and very clear and straight to the point.
Yeah.
I will also agree with Makulta and forget that we are talking about very straightforward application. But from my point of view, what I would like to suggest to the candidates, to the potential candidates, is that they have to start working on the application very early, so not to leave it in last minute, because they have to cultivate a lot of what they want to do through the application and through the project, through the program. So they need to add more information about why they're really interested in working for the project, why they're really interested in participating in the conference, and give more details about why they want to be a member of the New Professionals Program. This is very much important, because with this way you can show how much willingness you are for participating in the program, and what you know also about the ICA General Mission and the New Professional Program in particular. So give time to yourself to prepare a very good application for being really competitive and be really interesting from the part of the people who will review it. Then you need also to prepare in advance who will be the people who will send reference letters. So again, try to prepare this on time.
Thanks, everyone. I think they were all really great tips. And I should add that there is a sample application form on the website. So if you want to have a look at the questions in advance, you can go ahead and do that. And you don't need to start responding to the actual form. So if you've got any concerns about what might be coming up, do have a look at the sample guidelines, and do have a chat with someone who could be your referee. And one of the things that I'll say that got mentioned yesterday is don't be afraid if you've applied before and you weren't successful. That doesn't mean that you won't be successful this time. So take that on board, and please do think about submitting again. As long as you're still eligible, your application will be considered completely fresh with new eyes. So take on anything you learn from last time. So I think this is a great way, a segue into what we're going to talk about next, which I'd like to ask each of my guests here today to talk about their experience as part of the New Professionals Program, so that they can share their experiences, so you can get a better understanding of what the program is and kind of how, what to expect if you're successful. So perhaps we could start again with you, Forget.
Indeed, Nicola. I have a lot of things to share, but I'm aware that time may not be on our side, and so I will focus on the what I consider the major highlights of my experiences during this program. So for me, it was an enlightenment era, and allow me to refer to my new professional programs experience as that, because it was indeed an enlightening period that exposed me to new networks, opportunities, and ways of thinking about the records management and archival science profession, of course, and its related disciplines. But what I cherish the most is working together with new professionals from other countries, and it allowed me to have an idea of how others are doing their work. And I would really want to acknowledge my fellow new professional bodies, namely Laura from Romania, working in the National Archive in UK, I believe, Priyanka from India, Enflo from Germany, Angela from Australia, and last but not least, Maria, who is with me today here. These ladies made me realize that the importance rather of teamwork, the importance of having knowledge on what is happening in other parts of the world concerning the discipline that I chose to pursue. So we shared our struggles, our hopes, our ambitions, and roadmaps to becoming established and renowned professionals. So a million thanks to the ICA for this noble idea of bringing new professionals together to learn from each other. Then there's the mentorship aspect of the new professional program. Uh, this is another element that is worth recognizing. And through the program, I was assigned a mentor, and I'm proud to say this was Dr. Katu. He dedicated his time and patiently nurtured my capabilities through guiding me in many ways, especially on how to conceive research ideas and develop them into authoring an article that adds on to the existing body of literature in archival science. So if it was not for the ICA New Professionals Program, I was never going to be exposed to that profound nature of guidance towards improving my standing in records management and archival science profession. And special thanks goes to the New Professionals Program coordinators. It was Sharon Smith at the beginning and later Nicola, who is again with us today. Both ladies were amazing. And of course, apart from the rich mentorship and teamwork that comes with the program, I got the opportunity to attend the ICA Congress that was held in Adelaide, Australia in 2019. Believe me, it was magnificent beyond my imagination. The new professionals program did not only fund my travel and accommodation all the way to Australia from Zimbabwe, but they also assigned me a conference buddy. And like I told you, the ICA Congress is huge. The entire world of archivists, records managers, researchers, and all sorts of practitioners converge there to talk about how to continue taking the discipline to greater heights. So the bottom line is that it is a huge gathering, and sometimes you may feel a bit lost. But ICA made sure that as a new professional, we have a full and rewarding experience. So they allocated me a conference buddy. It was Meg Phillips in my case, and it felt like I had known her for years, yet it was my first time to see her. Of course, I had interacted with some of their publications. Then currently, I'm serving in the ICA 2022 Rome Conference Program Committee as a representative from alumni of ICA New Professional Program. So I got this great opportunity courtesy of the New Professionals Program. So I want to end my New Professionals experience by encouraging everyone listening to me right now to apply for the New Professionals Program or share with those that qualify at least for the program if you don't, because the New Professionals Program is an opportunity that that should not be missed by those who are still young in the profession and aspire to establish a solid foundation for themselves. So basically, in a nutshell, this is all, but I mean, there is more to be benefited and appreciated from this NPP program. Yeah, that's all from me for now.
Thanks, Forget. That was really wonderful to hear of your experiences that were so positive as part of the program. Thank you for sharing with us. Makutla, did you want to go next?
Thank you, Nicola. Before I share my experience with regard to the program, I just want to take this opportunity to uh, encourage everyone who is willing or who wants to apply for this particular program. I can tell you this is a program that you don't want to miss. And hence, I'm taking this time to encourage you to really apply. There's so much things that you are going to benefit from this program. I for myself, I had doubt when I applied for this program, and I believe that some of you might, be having some doubts whether you qualify or you don't qualify, but it doesn't hurt to give it a try. Just take your time, look at the selection criteria, and make an application. So, in fact, uh, when I applied, I got the call, the invitation from my line manager at work, who encouraged me to apply for this program. And he also indicated that in Africa, we had Forget, my colleague there, Forget Cheserera, who had participated in the program. And that on its own gave me some kind of encouragement to say, okay, if I had a fellow an African member who had participated in this program, maybe I can give it a try. Who knows? I might be lucky and get selected for this particular program. And since then, Forget have been, assisting in so many things. Every time when I have some queries or some questions, I will run to Forget to ask, and then she will give me some, information in regards to the program, and I really appreciate that. So, in terms of my experience, I just want to talk about three aspects of the program. The first one, which is the project. We have participated in a number of the projects, and I believe you might have seen some of those projects which are shared on the International Council on Archives website. And the projects are very much interesting. And one thing that I found to be interesting with those projects is that you get to learn. I mean, as a new professionals, normally when you 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 are still new in the profession, you just try to navigate yourself within the space and get to learn so many things. So those projects, they help you to be engaged on the programs or on the project that are adding value to the profession at large, and they also help you to say, when you look at the archives and records management profession, you must not look at it within the boundaries of your country. So there are so many things that are happening worldwide that you need to get in touch and get to understand how things are done. And yeah, so we had a survey that we have conducted together with my fellow the new professionals, where we were trying to engage on the issue of digitization, to say what are the things that we consider normally when we make decisions with regard to digitization. And we also wanted to check whether the records of the marginalized groups are taken into account, especially when you plan or when you make decisions with regard to the digitization. And we presented our survey on last year in the international the International Archives Week. So I believe you might have seen the presentation, or you might have participated in that presentation. So yeah, so that's one of the project that we have done. And the other one, we had a round table discussion where we invited some guests and engage on this issue of digitization, and also the issue of the records of the marginalized groups. And all the information is there on the International Council on Archives website, just for you to, the good part about this program is that everything that we do, we document it. So if you want to know more about the program, you just go to the website and have all the necessary information regarding the program. But the other important aspect of the program, which I found to be very much interesting, is membership. I mean, the mentorship. In every profession, mentorship is very much important, especially for the new professionals, because those mentors are the people who have been in the game for quite some time, and they've got so much knowledge that they can share with you. And the good part about the mentorship is that the process of selecting a mentorship is very quite intensive, because they have to look at you as an individual, and also what are your ambitions, what are your career interests. And then, as when they decide on the mentorship, they also want to make sure that they allocate or assign a mentorship that will relate to your ambitions and also your career interest. And for me, it was very, very much interesting, because I happened to find a mentor who understand my space, especially because I'm in an academic space. So I was allocated a mentorship who is also in the academic space, and who is also willing to assist on quite a number of issues that I might find to be challenging in relation to the academy. So the other part is the issue of the social media, because as the programs are, you will be required to manage the social media and engage members of the new professionals out there. And that also helped me to make sure that I become a responsible archivist. I have to be informed on almost everything that is happening within the space, so that I will be in a position to share on the social media page for the benefits of the new professionals out there. I would have wished to share my experience with regard to the conference or the congress. Unfortunately, we haven't had the opportunity, but our time is coming. We are going to meet in Rome this year for the conference. Forget have shared so much good things about the conference and the congress. She talked about the conference bodies. I will also want to see myself in that space where I can be able to share my experience with regard to the congress. Thank you.
Thanks, Makutla. That was great. I think it really showed that there was so much you were able to do as part of the program without even getting to go to the conference yet. So it shows all the different aspects of it. And last but definitely not least, Maria, we'd love to hear from you as well, please.
Thank you, Nicola. So, hearing Forget and Makutla, I can really feel very proud that I was a member of New Professionals Program, and having the experience to be in contact with people like them, and of course, Nicola, like you. So, I would like to start to say a bit how I did my application. I remember that I was very hesitated to apply for the New Professional Program, because I was feeling that there was not really a competent candidate and that we not fitted well in the new professional team. So I submitted my application last minute. In contrast with this lack of confidence I had at the beginning, I was finally selected as a member of the team, and this was the first step of a wonderful journey that continues till nowadays. So, belonging to a wonderful team of 6 professional archivists, as Forget mentioned the names before, and Flor, Laura, Priyanka, Laura, and Angela, and of course Forget. I was benefited a lot from a highly collaborated work and acquiring a very strong sense of team working. We participated in the ICA Adelaide conference in 2019, and it was so fantastic that we cultivated a teamwork spirit from the very beginning, distributing equally responsibilities and respecting each other's peculiarities and difficulties. I always recall in my mind that for the big event of our first presentation to the national archival community during the Adelaide conference, we together, the team, creating our speaking notes and presentations, giving generously feedback to each one and making corrections. Really unforgettable memories. Then, throughout the year of our tenure as New Professional Program, we created together a talk for organizing a workshop. This was an idea from Anne Fleur that she was working at that time as the MBL, the European Molecular Biology Laboratory. So she had a lot of experience on this, and she guided us on this part of a workshop preparation. We all together made the Black Lives Matter statement, and we had also a New Professional Sunday coffee for celebrating the National Archives Week in 2020. So beyond the teamwork and this really brilliant experience with my team members, the networking and the meeting of recognizable worldwide influential archivists is also another fantastic opportunity you are getting through the program. For me, for example, I found an incredibly important moment to meet Laura Millar, who was also the person who chaired our new professional session in Adelaide conference. When I was an intern at the National Criminal Court back in 2017, I had at that time the opportunity to read the book of Laura Millar. So can you imagine how much important it was for me to meet her in person and collaborate with her? I could not imagine at that time that one day I would be able to meet Laura and would collaborate with her, but also to meet so others, many important archivists in the worldwide archival arena, like Margaret Cricket and Nicola Loren, who is one of the most promising young archivists in the field. So then, part of the networking was also a small project. I was assigned from the Society of the Greek Archivists, so I was able to promote ICA mission in general, but new professional program in particular to my own country, to Greece. So when the Society of the Greek Archivists asked for me to write an article about my experience, so what I did, I came back, I went to all the ICA New Professionals alumni for asking them questions about their own experience. And then I depicted this in an article in the first Greek archival journal called Folio that was published in 2020. Another important aspect of my participation in the program was the mentorship. As Makutla already mentioned, how much important the mentorship is. I would say that my own mentor is not only my mentor, it's also a friend, James Mortlock, the HSBC Digital Archives leader, who has been assisting me continuously, sharing with me his valuable knowledge and experience, especially for digital preservation matters that I had never before experienced, and helping me a lot with my professional development. I think that without James, I would not be able to manage to achieve some of my professional goals so far. Also, I would like to say that the new professional program was the starting point for my engagement with the National Archives Matters, participating on a voluntary level to ICA projects and campaigns. For instance, along with other alumni new professionals, Dolores and Laura, we are currently assisting together the ICA FIDA project team in communication, policies, and the preparations of the ICA Rome conference. I was also participating in the New Professionals Programme selection process and in campaigns for the International Women's Day and the Archives Are You campaign. So this makes me to feel more, even more involved in the ICA community. Last but not least, beyond this learning process, this confidence experience, the experience that really boosts your confidence and making you part of a international archives network. The new professional program is an activity who will give you the chance to make not only new colleagues, but new friends, and who will be there for you to listen and discuss everything and get it in touch with them whenever you need it and for the long term. So you will be part of a continuous, not only professional community, but also a community of people, of humans who will be always there for you. This was in brief my wonderful experience, and I will highly encourage all the new professionals from all around the world to and try to participate in the program and make the most of it when they will be selected, and then to continue working for our International Archives community. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Maria. That was great. And yeah, so interesting to hear the different perspectives of all three of your experiences, knowing you came from, well, two of you from the same cohort, but also from different cohorts, and how they've all been, yeah, really positive. And it's so great to hear the ongoing engagement that you've had with the ICA. I think that's something we're really excited to hear about. And I think that that really probably moves us on to the next point we were going to discuss, which is around what the new professional program contribution is to the future of the profession. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I mean, to me, I think it's the whole point of this program is designed to support future leaders of the profession. We hope that everyone who goes through the program will go on and feel supported and engaged to continue their career plans and their engagement with the ICA and with their professional associations at different levels to support the profession to continue to grow. But Forget, did you want to respond to this question as well?
Sorry, maybe Makufa, you can go first.
Okay, thank you.
So now I
Yes,
can everything.
thank you, Forget. I believe there are so many things that this program can offer to the future of the profession. I believe that the people who have been selected to be part of this new professional program have got so much things that they can offer to the profession, and probably that might be one of the reasons why they were selected. And you know, our profession is changing from time to time, so we need to develop a new leaders who are willing and who are enthusiastic to, you know, to confront the challenges that we are facing in the profession. And I believe that this is the right platform where we can engage with our fellow professionals across the globe and try to address some of the things that are happening within the profession. And also in terms of the projects that we are engaged in, it's very much interesting because, you know, if you can check all the projects that have been undertaken by the new professionals, you will see that actually this is something that that has got so much contribution to the profession. And I believe that even those that are still coming will also, you know, toe the line and ensure that whatever the projects that they engage are so meaningful, and they can, you know, offer so much to the future of this profession. And the issue of the mentorship, we really need mentorship. In fact, mentorship is something that should even be done even beyond the program, because I mean you always need somebody to to provide an assistance and be like some kind of a messiah, somebody who will save you whenever you are in the darkness, so that you can be able to to deliver and improve the future of this profession. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Makusha. You see, I do echo the same sentiments, and I thought I should give you the floor first, lest you repeat maybe most of the things that I was going to say. But to add a little bit about those to those profound words of yours, I would want to mirror a similar, I mean, a very common saying in football. I think they say, "Catch them young." It really works for when you try to catch people young in every discipline, because you tend to bring the best out of them, because the foundation is always important. So I would want to equate the New Professionals Program as the foundation to the records management and archival science profession. So once one is exposed to this program, the way they get to grow into becoming an established practitioner uh, becomes enhanced. And I want to believe a bit different from how they were going to do it if they had not gone through this particular program. I say so, not from a point of assumption, but based on experience. Believe me, after sharing ideas, after collaborating on a project with other new professionals from different parts of the world, I began to have insights into some aspects of records management that I was not aware of. I began to see some other sides of the profession that I never knew existed. Maria, you would agree with me that Anflo, whose office you're now occupying, is deals with special types of archives that I thought to myself are not a part of the discipline. So that was quite really helpful. And again, without having to repeat Mark Kutler's entire speech, I would want to reiterate the point that it's important for this mentorship element to go beyond even the new professionals program, because you can never know it all. Even 10 years into the profession, you always need people to guide you, to talk to lean on whenever you need help. So, but otherwise, the contribution of the new professionals programs to the future of the profession is that it lays the foundation, and the foundation is very solid and concrete. You can count on it to then bring out practitioners and professionals who are competitive and able to take the profession forward and into the future. Yeah.
Thank you, Thank you, Makulda. Yes, I forget it's about scientific archives, that it's a really, I think, new term in the field, and it's more specialized on the wider world of archives types. So yes, more or less, I will agree with Forget and Makulda. So what I would like to say, it's about this, that the program gives the opportunity to the selected candidates to go out to their countries, to their own archival communities, to their universities, and advocate for not only the ICA as the leading international archival organization, but also for their own profession, and motivate also other people, other archivists, young archivists, to be more, I would say, aggressive for the profession, and how this would be developed around the world. We already know that there is an imbalance in the ways that the archival field is progressed in the different countries of the world. So we need to have a common way of advocacy, and the new professional program, through its representatives, can do it this across the globe. Then I would say also that the skills and the knowledge that the new professional program gives opportunity to its members to cultivate through this through the project, through the program. They're very, again, good foundations for how the archivists they are going to work in the future. So working in teams, always being vigilant for new skills, for the digital skills, for example, the social media, the ways that we have to do outreach, and be always a part of an archival professional community. It is a micro world of how the young professionals they have to move forward in the future and have to be always consistent with this model of working style. And what I would like also to say, it's that I think that these are the most important things. Makulta and Forget were more detailed. So hopefully we will see the new professional program to move forward in the future, and having all the time more and more new people who will participate, and increasing this community of young professionals around the world.
Thank you all. I think that was really great to hear from you all, your different perspectives on the program and how it contributes to the future of the profession. I totally agree with Forget that it isn't an assumption that it changes how people act once they've been through the program. I would agree that my experiences and my actions have changed as a result of my experiences as well. And I do think you guys are the best advocates for this program. So thank you very much for joining us today. But I also think you're all going to be great mentors in the future yourselves, because you understand the benefit of giving back to the profession and engaging and sharing your knowledge with the community that's out there. And I think that that's a huge part of the program and something we want to achieve. And I think you guys have all been doing that today. So thank you. Now, we do have just a little bit of time for questions at the moment. I know we've been asked, someone has said that they're a resident of Abu Dhabi and can they attend? And the answer to that is yes. The Abu Dhabi Congress will be open to registrations if you're eligible for the New Professionals Program. I absolutely encourage you to apply. It's great to have somebody who is local as a representative. It's one of our aims from the program is to make sure we have a diverse group of people, but also we always try and have someone from the ICA branch that is hosting that Congress, and if we can't have someone from that branch, then from a neighboring branch. So absolutely, please apply if you're from there. Please also apply if you're not from there too, because you're all you're all eligible to apply as long as you meet that criteria of the under 5 years work experience that's on the website. You can absolutely apply.
Wow. I was happy to know that. I must say, I was happy to know that someone from Abu Dhabi really is listening from where I'm talking from. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
It's exciting. It's exciting. And we do find that where the new professionals go afterwards really makes an impact on the reach that we have. So the longer the program's been running, the wider the reach is, which is really wonderful to see, because obviously we want to keep reaching new audiences. And I should have said one thing you've just made me realize, Forget, that you can apply in English, French, Spanish, or Arabic. So you can apply in any of those 4 languages for the program for this coming application period. So all of that is on the website as well. But in the absence of any questions, and I hope I'm not missing any, but did each of you just want to have a final thing you wanted to share around the program, your experience, the advice to anyone who wants to apply, something that you haven't got the chance to say yet?
For me, it's apply today. I know Maria gave an advice that you need to have enough time to put your application together, but it's never too late until it's over. I do understand the closing date for this year is in 2 days' time. So it's not too late. You can still make it, and we look forward to seeing many applications by the end of today. Yes.
Yeah.
Forget. I'm sorry, Makuta. Yes, please go move.
Okay, thank you. The issue of applying on time is very much important
Yes.
because it gives you enough time to, make sure that when you respond to the questions or when you answer the questions, you give detailed information and as opposed to just, answering for the sake of answering. So I think
Yeah.
that is very, very much important because even yesterday I had a chat with one of my colleagues. He also applied last year, but unfortunately he was not selected. And I was just checking what are some of the things that he found to be very challenging with the application, and he said, "Yo, the questions were very much difficult." So that is what I'm saying. It's very much important for you not to wait until the last minute for you to start the application.
So for my part, forget the Makutla. I submitted my application last minute, but I was so much willing, so much passionate to work for the program that I made the best. I really made the best. But this is not the case. The best is to apply, to be able to give some time. But if you really want to be a part of the team, I think that also last minute you really manage it. So I would suggest that don't to the people that they want to apply, don't miss this opportunity to apply. And as Forget said, apply again and again. Last year you were unsuccessful, next year you probably be successful. And then try also, even you not be able to join the new professional program, to continue engage with the ICA, because other opportunities may come up in the future. So don't miss this opportunity for your life to be a member of the National Archives community.
Thank you all. I think that's a really great note to end on today. So here are some emails that you can use to contact us at. If you've got any questions around the New Professionals Program, you can contact me at newprofessionals@ica.org. If you want to be part of the New Professionals newsletter, sharing some of your experience, then you can contact the active New Professionals at newprofessionalsprogram@gmail.com. And if you've got broader questions around the ICA and the programs that exist, maybe other areas of the ICA you want to get engaged in, then you can email program@ica.org and someone will be able to assist you with that. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been really wonderful to see where people are from in the comments and stuff. So thank you for letting us know. We're so thrilled that you joined us. I hope you have a wonderful International Archives Week. And thank you again to Forget, Makutla, and Maria for joining me today and for sharing their experiences. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
More than welcome.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.